Um, Here I am. I have no idea what the fuck I want to talk about today, but fuck. I think I really want to talk about just not giving a shit. Like thinking about it. I'm gonna try to make this a little closer. What's the worst that can happen? Like, who cares about what people think? Like right now, I'm usually recording outside because people don't really see me record, and it's like alone out there. But today, there's a bunch of people just walking back and forth, and they're just watching me record. And I mean, who gives a shit? Like, they're probably gonna think like, oh, look at that weird ass kid recording videos. But I mean, oh well, it's their opinion. I mean, they're entitled to their opinion. I mean, who cares? That's really the main thing that I wanted to talk about. Like, I feel like if what you're doing doesn't really affect anybody else, then who cares what they think? Like, you're not really harming anyone. You're not doing anybody anything. You're just minding your own business, doing your own thing. And it's usually like the person that I notice doesn't really give a shit about what they do is Robert Kiyosaki. He just talk. He just says whatever he wants to say, and everybody, whenever they go around him, I don't know if I mean it's probably because he has a very big name, and I mean most people in the entrepreneurship world know who he is. But whenever like they go around him, like everybody just stood up straighter, and everybody just changed like the way they acted whenever he appeared. So I feel like that kind of, I guess, goes hand in hand with the fact that he doesn't really give a shit about what he says and the way he acts. It's really, I mean, honestly, it's badass. I'm gonna be honest, but I don't know. Today was, I'm not gonna say super. I mean, it was productive in the morning. I finally got my appointment to get my email fixed, since that's been on my mind for a very very long time now. Finally got that done. I have it on Friday. Hopefully, we can get that shit situated so that I can actually start mass sending my emails again, because it's been definitely holding me back. But I think my worst case scenario is if it doesn't get fixed, I'll just I'll just make another email, another domain email, which I would much rather not do, because it takes a lot of work and effort to warm it up and to just get it fully situated and actually be able to land in the main inbox. It's a long process because I have been trying my Gmail, but my Gmail just does not look professional. So my domain email is really the main option. And I feel like today was more productive on the religious side, since we went to go watch a documentary about the Catholic Church. And I mean, I understand a lot more about my religion now, which is, I mean, if you're in something and you practice a certain religion, or if you practice like business or a sport, it's important that you know the basics of it. Like I've said in my prior videos, it's important to know like what it is that you're actually doing. If not, then I mean, you kind of like, if somebody contradicts whatever you're doing, then you kind of have no like defense or repercussions to whatever it is that they're saying against what you're doing. Like, for example, if somebody argues with your religion and you don't really know what you're practicing, then what are you supposed to say? What are you gonna counter argue their argument with? So in that aspect, I do feel like I grew in that. I understand more about Catholicism and about the Eucharist and how all that stuff works. So that's pretty cool. And did my emails. After this, I'm probably gonna watch one of Alex Ramosey's videos about leads. And I was working on, well, Matt, my copywriter, was working on the client's website to get it fully optimized, which I mean it was already fully up and running, but he just went in and edited it, edited it, and yeah, just to make it. Hey, I don't edit these, by the way. I just post them. But I mean, who cares, right? That's what I'm talking about today. Not giving a shit. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about anything, right? But yeah, I mean, I think I might end the video here. This video's pretty shit, but main thing that I want to talk about, just don't give a shit about really anything. Just do whatever you want to do.